Hi everybody, today's video may have some weird sound and some weird angles because I am experimenting with my temporary setup because of my water damage in the basement. But we're gonna kick it off by one that I suggested I would make and some of you requested it, and that is a flip through of my MakseLife planner from the first half of this year. I actually use this every single week of the year, although you'll see with in this flip through that some of the weeks got used more than others. I was not consistent with everything all the 6 months, which is fine, that's the way we all are, but the fact that I filled this planner up actually makes me really excited. So let's get into it. This is the MakseLife Undated 6-month vertical. It's a new product for this year. It has the actual awesome coil rather than the wire binding, and this cover that I vegan leather that I'm kind of nonplussed about. The whole reason I went with this one instead of the flagship with the whole year in it is because it wasn't the coil, wasn't any of that. It was because the habit trackers are not colorful. In the year, the full year, the habit trackers match whatever the color is like the theme of the month. So if they come out with the one that's neutral like this, but dated, I'll probably go with that one next year. I will likely be going with MakseLife next year because having this go this year with all of the goal setting and everything in one spot has been really awesome for me. I've already started my new one, although there hasn't been a lot of videos about that yet except for setup because of the whole water damage situation. So anyway, let's get into the flipping. So here we go. Got my name in the front, as per usual. My frowny Tony Robbins face. Here was my initial life and compass assessment, word of the year page, and I'll leave link down below the videos from when I did all of this setup. Here's some of the lists of ideas that I had, and this will be a really good one to kind of check back in on, but almost everything on this list did get incorporated into my yearly goals. And here are those yearly goals. You can check out, I'll also link down below my update video where I set up the new planner and I did do a bit of a refresh of the yearly goals. They're the same goals, but they're slightly altered. And then we get into the months. This is what you really care about. So we have January, and this I was using the Monarch Plans kit, and it only came with a handful of event labels, and I wound up just using the dot pens. I used some tasks in this situation here, but that didn't last very long. I did like using the monthly calendar. I do all of my future planning in my Google Calendar, but it's nice at the beginning of the month to actually set this up and get an idea of what's coming in terms of family appointments, because my Google Calendar is set up in such a way where it's hard to get a month at a glance very easily. So this actually does have some use for me. My monthly goals. One thing I started right from the beginning was highlighting the habits I wanted to use on the habit trackers so that I wouldn't pick more than 7 because there's only 7 trackers. And I actually really, that's something I've continued throughout the month or the year. And then the weekly actions, you're gonna see that I wound up, again, I've used these almost every week, but I have not always been great at checking back in with them. So here is my first week. This is a Christmas kit that I used from Chrissy Ann Designs. And the reason I used this kit was because we got the kids back and then did our family Christmas right when they got back. So I saved this celebrations collection for that. And the first week of the year, of course, I was doing phenomenal with my habits because that's what we do, right? First week of the year, it goes strong. This is also the week that Sunny, my oldest, who now goes by Sunny, turned 18. Jesse's birthday was right before this week. And I was all in on my weekly reflections and doing my weekly actions. Now I did use this weekly reflections kit from Monarch Plans. And this is the thing I have used in almost every single week. I love this little weekly reflections. It's like $2. They're fucking great. They make it so that you can set it up at the beginning of the week so that's easy to use it. And the weeks I didn't do it often were the weeks that were harder for me to remember to do it. Other shops will do something like this, but she's the one that I've kind of gone back to over and over again. This, I think, is a hand can plan kit, I'm pretty sure. I really just am loving how this looked. You're gonna see that I actually kind of stuck with a very similar style throughout this whole planner. I didn't deviate from it very often. I'm hoping to mix it up a little bit in the new one just for the fun, but I do really like how this is turning out. This was a Fern Creek stickers kit, and I really enjoyed this. One of the things I noticed with both the Fern Creek stickers and the Hand Can Plan stickers was that some of them tended to peel up a little bit, and I don't know if it was the paper or if it's any of the humidity that's down in the basement, but it was kind of throwing me. It looks like it's still doing it just a little bit, but the time spent closed into the book really did help it out. Oh, that's when I ate shit on the stairs. Oh, this might be in the, oh yeah, see, this one's kind of peeling up a bit. This, we're entering into the me falling down a whole bunch phase of this past year. Daily planning helps with adjustments when shit happens. Yeah, falling down the stairs. And then this is the next week. This wasn't even a kit. I actually just, I had one like sheet of like kind of a pseudo kit, like a sampler sheet, and then I added other things in and washi tape. I love how these Chrissy Ann Design stickers go with this Cultivate What Matters washi tape. And this is when I face planted in the parking lot when Sunny had PT. And I had to get new glasses because I couldn't see. Because my glasses broke. And look, stop falling down, yo. This was fucking January. Holy shit. So then we are into this week, which was a winter Celebrations collection kit from Chrissy Ann Designs. This was when we went to sushi at Sushi Den here in the Denver area, which is a really nice restaurant. We went for my birthday, and I did not fall down this week. Very nice. And then here's my monthly reflections for that month. We went into February. I used another Monarch Plans kit. This time, instead of using the dot pens to put in each of the events, I used some of the MakseLife stickers to put in some of the events because I thought they looked nice with this color scheme. My goals for the month, weekly reflections, blah, blah, blah. You see, early as this, finish first painting. That painting is still on my easel, not finished, and this is the beginning of February. This is a Hand Can Plan kit. I used it for my birthday week. This was my birthday. It's my birthday. This is like the third time I think we rescheduled our Nature and Science Museum trip. We rescheduled that. I think if you've been following along with my videos, you know we kept having to reschedule that for various reasons. So yeah, that was not the funnest, but we had a snow day. The kids didn't have to go to school on one of the days. Also, I'll add that this is what I started putting bills that I'm responsible for paying on the monthly view. And I just used some leftovers from that kit to set up this week. I didn't like that as much because it doesn't look quite as suave. Chrissy Ann Designs kit again. See a lot of Chrissy Ann Designs in here. A and B days, I was having to put those in because the kids, at the start of this semester, on A days they went in at the same time, and on B days they went in at different times. And originally we were gonna have RJ ride his bike to school, but it just didn't wind up working the way I wanted it to. Fucking paint, yo. That still didn't fucking happen. And then here's a weekly reflections kit. I think this one came from Fern Creek stickers. Again, I just didn't like it quite as much. Maybe it's because this piece was so wide, I don't know. Here's another Chrissy Ann Designs kit. This was a Valentine's Day kit from the Celebrations collection. We didn't really do much for Valentine's Day, which was totally fine with me. There were lots of appointments and stuff this week, although I also had a sick day this week. It's always interesting. I like writing those in when I have sick days or bad kidney days or migraine days because it gives me something to look back at. I also love what I did this week with all the little Celebrations collection illustrations to cover up the heart because I use this to write down what we ate. I'm gonna have to remember to do that again. And then we're back to the Monarch Plans. Here's another Fern Creek stickers kit. This one I just absolutely love the colors of. And I notice every single week has fucking tax shit or something along those lines on it as my life goes. Okay, so here's the weekly reflections that went with that kit. And then we didn't have anything for weekly actions or this last week because we wound up going to the next month. Monthly reflections. I didn't even finish filling this one out. I think this one did late. Monthly reflections have been the one thing I've been really, as this year has gone on, I have been probably the least effective at actually remembering to do. Part of that is because I set my month up a little early so that I can film it. And then but I don't want to reflect on the month till the end of the month, and then I just don't remember. So I need to maybe put it on my calendar. I used to do that. I used to schedule on my Google Calendar the day I was going to work on my power sheets, and maybe I just need to do that. So this was the first week. This was the first month I started using the Chrissy Ann Designs monthlies. She has it set up so that you can pick a Monday or a Sunday start. It comes with the numbers to date it. And then it's a floral kit for every single month with a different color scheme. but you can change the color scheme. Like this is the one that goes with March, but you can change it to something else. I'm just lazy and stuck with the months that the color schemes were on. The other thing you can do is order a coordinating set, and I actually have them here because I'm filming my July setup after this because I haven't done that yet. I've done the goals, but not the setup. And you can order this other kit here. Like this is the monthly kit and what it looks like. These are the July colors. You can order a coordinating set of event stickers. And that was the biggest reason. Like I thought the Monarch Plans kits were gorgeous, but these ones are also sized for the MakseLife, and you can get the matching event labels. And as you can tell, the difference between this month and say this first month, where I used up all the labels and then had to do something else, this is just more satisfying to me. So that's why I've stuck with them. I ordered enough to finish this planner out, and now I have enough for the next planner as well. I did try and give myself another to-do list this time, but that, again, didn't work the way I wanted it to. I also started putting in certain holidays, just whatever I thought fit with our family or would fit with the color scheme or whatever from the Celebrations collection on these months. And I've been using the little skinny strips of washi from these for putting in things like my trips, like Go Wild or when the kids were out of town for spring break. Monthly goals, finish front room paintings, that's still not done yet. Let's not even look at the spiritual and personal growth. But see, notice here, I didn't go back and check off any of the weekly actions. I think with this week, the reason I didn't do that was because I was gone for Go Wild. I was literally gone for like a 24-hour period or so because I just did not have the energy to be there for very long. I spoke, but I just didn't have the energy to be there for the whole thing. And I was really paranoid about getting sick from COVID. So I just was like, nah. But I used the Go Wild kit that we were gonna use for the original Planaheim, but then, yeah. Anyway, moving forward. You can see here when I travel, though, I very rarely go back and update my planner. And then I utilize these things to create the weekly situation. And I did not get sick. It says hopefully, but I didn't get sick, so. This is a Chrissy Ann Designs kit. This is the ones that she makes to coordinate with the monthly kits, although this was a different color scheme than this monthly kit. I really love this. I love the little washi tape behind the weekend. And I guess I did it was a bad kidney day, so not the same thing as getting sick, but I did try out using the full boxes, and I think with this week, because I was trying to take it easy after my trip, that worked, but it's a little difficult to use when I have to fill this shit up. And then this was a hot mess plan with me week that we did stamping with. I did my best to stick with it, but the reason the hot mess plan with me's are kind of hard for me now is because I'm relying so much on this planner that when I fuck it up in such a way where it's hard to use, it becomes difficult for me to actually go ahead and do that. But I do love how this came out. It actually doesn't look as bad as I thought it was gonna look. And then another Chrissy Ann Designs floral sticker kit, which I used some of the journaling stickers here to do this page. Little man, get off my iPad. We've got a kitten. There's an Odin. And then here's another Fern Creek stickers situation. I love how this looks. I might go back, maybe, this is making me want to go back to using my gel pen instead of a fine liner. I'm really loving the look of the fine liner, but this is just so dainty looking. You can't even see it because of a kitty. And then there we go, another monthly reflection. And then here's the April situation. This is the month I have bought the journaling stickers to try them out in my daily, so I figured I'd add some of them to this monthly. And I liked how it looked, but not enough to buy the journaling stickers on the regular. And this is when I really was starting to utilize this for bills. I also updated my habits. This is the start of a new quarter, and so I added some different habits. Again, still using the highlighter to let me know that I'm using 7 for the month. And you can see here, I just decided not worry about this goal, but I did fairly well with the rest of them. And then here's a Cricut Paper Co. kit. One of the fun things about this one was that this kit that I got from the Cricut Miss Advent Calendar, I ordered, they give the pre-orders for the Advent calendars super early in advance. And at the time I was convinced my next planner was going to be the Flourish planner from Bonnie Christine, which is a horizontal planner, but I changed my mind, but I had already ordered this. And so this is actually a horizontal kit. It just takes a little bit of finessing, but it does work. And I love how this looks. And I actually still have at least 2 more kits worth of stickers from this advent calendar that I still have to use. This is also the week that I had my first car accident of the 2 car accidents I got into. So, and I got an ultrasound. Did I reschedule that? I think I rescheduled that. Yes, I rescheduled this ultrasound because I was like, fuck, dude. No. Although the thing I did do, didn't I go to the Botanic Gardens? I did. I went to the Botanic Gardens on Saturday by myself in the morning. My original goal was to go on Friday after the ultrasound, but the car accident kind of took that out of me. But I did go on Saturday, and that was a big deal for me because I really wanted to go. I wanted to go by myself, and even though I was not feeling great from the accident, it was really awesome to spend the time and go. This was the second time we had the cleaners there. I think this week here was the first week we had the cleaners for the deep cleaning. Here's another Celebrations collection kit. This was a springtime one. I actually really like how kind of light and airy this looks. I took a 3-day weekend and we actually did do our taxes over that weekend. So yay, question mark. Another Chrissy Designs kit. This was one of the $2 Tuesday kits, I'm pretty sure. I have no idea how I keep remembering these things, but whatever. I don't like the pink that I picked of the dots with this one, but I don't have to look at it anymore, so we're okay. This one is a Fern Creek stickers kit. It's one of the ones that she sold in her vault sale. This is one of those weeks where I did not come back to the planner for the weekend. It does happen from time to time, and I'm fine with that. You can see here, I really threw the towel in for my April monthly reflections. We come into May. Again, this is the first time I think I did the suggestion that some of you had for just moving if it bleeds over into a 6th week to just bring it up here. And that's what I'm gonna plan to do from now on. I love how this one turned out. Unfortunately, another car accident, right? I got my car back that previous week. I got the car back on Thursday the 28th, Monday the 2nd, got into another car accident. Fuck my life. This is another Fern Creek stickers kit. I love how the color of this one, and I love the green that I picked to go with this one. Another Chrissy Designs kit. This is that pun one, which didn't bother me as much as I thought it would, which kind of blows my mind. And this is also, okay, so this, the memories. This week I went to, this week, car accident, went to the Botanic Gardens plant sale, picked up the lavender. Then the next week, I actually spent the weekend mulching the yard and planting the lavender. I believe this was Mother's Day weekend, or maybe the last weekend was Mother's Day weekend, I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of Mother's Day. So I planted the lavender. I was so excited. Then this week, Jesse and Sunny went out of town for, Sunny had a orthodontist appointment and Jesse had a work thing that he had to go to. So it was just me and RJ and Layla for these days, and Lou, of course. And then, so it was, this day says 87. It was actually 90. I vlogged that day. I have memory of it. This was 90, even into the evening. The next day, it fucking dumped snow on us. Like, we lost trees in the backyard because the snow was so heavy. This is when I learned in Colorado that you can never trust that it's actually spring. But I did save my lavender. I ran out there and I covered everything with boxes and trash cans to keep the snow off of them. The lavender survived, but yeah, snow, and then our power went out the next day. Fuck, dude. So I did not do my weekly reflections that week. I was like so excited to see my kid and my husband and so weirded out by the snow. And then we head into this week, and by the end of the week, it was back to being hot again. This is another Fern Creek stickers week. This was Memorial Day weekend, and this was the Friday that we brought home Odin. Talking about you, my good man. I'm talking about you, sir. Lulu's over there like, yeah, you fucking brought him home that day, you assholes. And I didn't handle the weekly reflections that week either. So then we head into June. I'm pretty sure I didn't do the monthly reflections either. Nope. Then we're into June. Last month. And this was a week that Jess took the whole week off. We were watching a cat and I was trying to get work done while Jessie was taking the day off. We were supposed to go to Boulder, but we didn't wind up doing that because of just various reasons. This was one of those weeks where it was so nice to spend time together while at the same time, a lot of shit just didn't happen. But I did do my weekly reflections. This is also the week, oh my God, ordered the print, but I wanted to hang the print for my bedroom. See the little angry reorder print right here? I got the print into its frame. It's one of those where you stretch it into a frame, but it's paper. And then Layla put her paw through it on accident. It was not her fault. She didn't know any better, but fuck my life, I did. So the print is now in a tube in our room, the new print, and I have something on my list to get done. And then we are into this week, the first full week of June, I think the first full week of summer vacation because, nope, 2 weeks of summer vacation because this is the week that had the last day of school. This was the last day of school week. And then Sunny had already dropped out at the beginning of May to start taking their GED. This is also the week that I had a major meds fuck up. You're gonna see when I do my monthly setup for July that I have meds back on my habits. I have had a handful of meds fuck ups in the last month. This was the worst of them where I would take the night meds instead of the morning meds. But this one, the big oops, was not only that I took the nighttime meds instead of the morning meds because I had forgotten to take, this oops I think was when I forgot to take my night meds. I fell asleep before I took them. I woke up in the morning, was like, fuck, I need to take them because my nighttime meds have my antidepressant. So I took my nighttime meds, but then I took my morning meds as well, forgetting that basically meant I was doubling up on certain things that I take twice a day, and that normally I split my blood pressure medication into two, one in the morning, one in the nighttime, so that it stays even throughout the day, but they all hit me at once, so I spent almost the entire day in bed. The other times I've fucked up with my meds, though, over the course of this last month have been where I've accidentally taken my nighttime meds instead of my morning meds, or I've fallen asleep without my nighttime meds. This was the worst day, but this was the first in several fuck ups. And I think a lot of it's my brain fog right now, so that's why it's going back on my habits. And I did not do my reflections, but I was using this to put my meal plan in. So this is the week after that. I had a migraine. Although this was the first time I took my new I did go to the headache clinic in this past 6 months and they gave me a new migraine med to try and it worked, but it still put me on my ass. So I wasn't in pain, but I also wasn't very useful. But again, it's good. I like being able to go back and remember. And I did not do this or this. And part of that's because I actually did the weekly reflections. These ones, or these actions are for this week. And then these actions were gonna be for the following week, but these are the last 2 weeks of the planner, and the end of June for me was a hot goddamn mess. Fuck this shit and fuck you, SCOTUS. This was the week they overturned Roe versus Wade, among a whole bunch of other really heinous decisions. I basically did not give a fuck. I was also having a really bad kidney week, so we didn't wind up going to Pride, which really bummed me out. I was in bed for the whole weekend. I was in a terrible mood. I wasn't feeling good. I was starting to emotionally shop really badly, which is why I started my hot wallet summer. And I didn't do my reflections because I didn't fucking feel like reflecting. And these were actually from the previous week and I only did a handful of them. I didn't even go back and check them off. And then this was the final week, which I set up, but then I never went back to it, mostly because I was still feeling so shitty from like the previous weekend. My shittiness just hung on, and then we got Sunny off to California, and I had to spend a bunch of time running errands with them. I believe I did I do a vlog this week? I don't remember. So I didn't come back and touch this. I didn't even fill in the weather, which also means I didn't touch the monthly reflections. It's okay. I still used the planner for the whole year. I just was not thorough with some of my goal setting stuff. Now, I did both of my quarterly assessments. I will link those videos down below. And then I didn't really touch the future plans or the notes pages. I'm not sure if I'm gonna need to touch them at all this year either. I still have some stickers I need to like repopulate into different places in the back here. But other than that, that is this planner. So I hope this was interesting for you. This is, to me, these videos are great not only to see kind of the evolution of how I was using the planner from the beginning, but also it's really good to be able to look back and kind of have a record of stuff that happened. Like it's not memory keeping, but it is sort of like a diary. It's a form of I mean, I know some people actually refer to planners as diaries, especially in the UK, but it helps me have a record of stuff that happened. Like if I have to remember when an appointment was, or when I got into a car accident, or a migraine, or whatever. This actually tends to be a little bit more accurate than my Google Calendar, because sometimes I won't even go back and change things in my Google Calendar, but I almost always put things in here. So that's one reason to hang on to planners, especially if you might need to reference something. Of course, it's also a bunch of random shit to keep around. And some people just don't want to do that, which I totally understand. I would love to hear from you in the comments below. Do you save your old calendars, your old planners, your old diaries, your old journals? Do you save those or do you toss them? What do you do with them? How do you store them? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already. And until next time, my friends, peace.